Today, we're going to learn how to use the Cloudmersive Convert API in Power Automate to get content controls, also referred to as form fields, from a Word document. A custom Word document form can look like this example here, which emulates a generic employee onboarding document. We will use this document in our example flow later on. It's important to note that we'll be using the Cloudmersive Convert API as a custom uploaded connector in this video. This differs from the Cloudmersive Document Conversion connector, which is published in the Power Automate connector library. Cloudmersive customers at any level, from free to enterprise, can upload Cloudmersive APIs to Power Automate using the OpenAPI URL specification method. We've covered this process for our Virus Scan API spec in another video, and I'd recommend that you check that out to learn the end-to-end upload process for any API, not just Cloudmersive. One of the biggest benefits of uploading any Cloudmersive API as a custom connector is that you can set the endpoint to whatever you want, including your own custom endpoint. In the case of the Convert API specifically, you can gain access to a number of powerful API iterations that aren't available in the published connector spec. In this case, we'll be using an action called Get Content Controls and Values from a docx document, which we can see on the Cloudmersive API console page. This API isn't available in the Document Conversion Connector Actions list, and it's really useful for anyone automating workflows with Word document content controls. We'll head back to Power Automate and get a flow started to demonstrate this now. We will create a manually triggered flow in this case to make testing our action easier. In our trigger step, we'll include a manual file input variable that we'll hand a file to later on. To implement our key action, we'll first click the plus sign to add a new action, and we'll then click on the Custom tab to show only our custom uploaded connectors. As we can see here, we have our Convert API connector named Full Document Conversion. When we click on this connector, we'll find an actions list of 256 actions, the absolute limit that Power Automate allows for a single connector. On our actions list, we'll search for an action called Get All Content Controls. Once we find it, we'll go ahead and open it. This action takes two basic parameters, file bytes and a file name, so we'll pass the file byte and file name values in from our trigger step. What this action returns is really simple. It's just a JSON array of objects, where each object contains a response value from our filled out form. If we ran this with a form that was not filled out yet, we would retrieve the placeholder strings instead. That means we can use this two ways, either for retrieving filled out form values, or for retrieving information about what the blank fields are asking for. Those are both useful for different reasons. We will now save our flow and run a quick test so we can review the output. Since we're running a manually triggered flow, we'll upload a Word document form from one of our local folders as our test case. When our flow finishes running, we'll open our action and review the raw outputs. As we can see here, our content controls array contains a series of values in the order they appear in our Word document. Order obviously matters in any form, and that means we can map these responses to a template Excel document, SharePoint list, or other tabular data structure with ease. And that's all there is to it. We can now easily retrieve content control values directly from any Word document and map that content elsewhere in an automated flow. If you have any questions about using Cloudmersive APIs in Power Automate, please do not hesitate to reach out to a member of our team.